These coffins placed in a very dangerous way on the rocky cliffs are hiding many secrets of an anonymous tribe. A shocking sight in the remote mountains of China suggests that it might be a graveyard that was built vertically. But the biggest question is why? In the province of Yunnan and Sichuan, such a scene is not on a single rock, but there are many small and big rocks on which this amazing scene is seen. Several coffins have also been seen on the cliffs at the height of 100 to 400 feet. A total of 131 coffins have been found hanging in China, some of which are more than 3,000 years old. Climbing the limestone to such a height to lay wooden planks for the casket, and then carrying weighing several hundred kilograms to the top is a task that would probably be quite challenging even with today's equipments. So how was this done thousands years ago? More importantly, why was it done? Did they run out of land, or did these people lives inside the mountains? Who were those people and what happened that today there is no trace of that tribe? Locals believe that these are people who had the power to fly. But is this fact or just a myth? 3,000 years ago, there was a tribe called Bo lived in China's Sichuan and Yunnan provinces. In the history, we don't find much about this tribe, only that it is known that in 1573, about 4,500 years ago, the Ming dynasty occupied China. And at the same time, the Ming Imperial Army massacred all the Bo clan people. The generation of the Bo clan has ended, and many secrets associated with them have also left this world, among which the biggest secret was the Hanging Coffins. This part of central China is full of small mountains and rocks for thousands of miles. Most of these reefs are quite remote, where no one has been able to go till date. Coffins can be seen on some rocks that are close to the population, but reaching them is still very difficult. Because these rocks are not ordinary rocks, but rocky, pointed and perfectly straight rocks. Many of the coffins are visible from a distance on the rocks, but because these coffins are camouflaged in the rocks, that's why it's so much harder to find them on random rocks. A sample of some of the coffins found in this connection was found to be either the oldest of them was made 3,000 years ago, from which we know that they were living here even 3,000 years ago. It is estimated that there may be thousands more coffins in the province. Obviously, how can a tribe so old have only 131 coffins? The special thing about these coffins is that they were made from a single piece of wood. Experts believe that if there were any tools in this period, it was only the axe. This means that the people of the Bo tribe used to cut the inner part of the trunk of a big tree with the help of an axe and make it into a coffin. A campaign was launched by the China Exploration and Research Society, in which archaeologists and researchers from around the world decided to find the hidden coffins. To solve this mystery, researchers made a plan to reach 6 coffins hinging on a rock in northern Yunnan. Reaching these coffins was quite difficult even for the cliff climbers. That's why the climbers climbed the cliff from the other way, and with the help of ropes, the climbers were lowered straight down to those 6 coffins. It was very dilapidated, as some of the wooden beams on which it was supported were completely rotted and could break at any time. What the climbers found inside these coffins only added to the mystery rather than solving it. Yes, when research was done on the samples of bones present in them, it was found that there were more than one human bones in these coffins. In addition, mud was also stuck to these bones. At first, it was thought that maybe rainwater and mud falling from the rocks had made its way inside the coffin. But later it was found that the Bo tribe people actually covered the dead with mud. I used to bury, and later when the body was decomposed, then it was taken out and kept in a coffin. The structure was placed in a coffin and filled with sand. Maybe because the bones inside the coffin cannot move when climbing up. It is because of this sand that these coffins weigh 250 kilos. Now the question is, how can such heavy coffins be placed on the rocks which are impossible for even a single person to climb? How was it taken? Obviously, the Bo tribe did not have any machinery at that time, but 3,000 years ago, the Bo tribe had ropes, chisels, hammers, and above all, manpower. When the rocks on which the Bo tribe people placed the coffins were examined in detail, the researchers found small holes on them. These holes did not look natural at all. Rather, they were done by someone with the help of a genie and a hammer. It seems that these holes must have some connection with these coffins. Perhaps they used to put bamboo sticks in it to make a support to climb up. An experiment was needed to solve this mystery. In 2003, a Discovery Channel team decided to do this experiment. They prepared a coffin like the Bo tribe, only with the help of an axe. After that, a hole was drilled in the rock and a bamboo stick was stuck in it, on which a man could easily stand. In the same way, holes are made in the rock at a distance of 5 to 6 feet and sticks are driven into it. These bamboo sticks were a kind of steps used to climb up the rock. A pole was used as a pulley at the height at which the casket was to be placed. Today's modern pulleys have ball bearings. This makes it easier to rotate the rope. The bamboo stick is slippery at the top, which almost gives an effect similar to ball bearings. The rope was passed through this local pulley and the coffin was pulled up from the other side. Because 50% of the load is reduced by the presence of the pulley. Because of this, the workers easily carried the casket up 300 feet. A second group of workers above had built a wooden foundation on the rock. He placed the casket on the base. During the same exploration, the expo found a very interesting evidence related to the Bo tribe. The same clothes that the Bo tribe used to make and keep in coffins thousands of years ago are still made in rural areas of China. This is a sign that the entire lineage of the Bo clan that was killed in the Ming dynasty was not extinct. But some people managed to survive then. Where is the surviving Bo tribe now, and why is it no longer fulfilling the traditions of its ancestors? This is also a separate mystery. Professor Lin Xiang from Sichuan University, who has spent 30 years of his life researching these hanging coffins, says that there could be 2 reasons for placing the coffins on the rocky cliffs. The first is that the higher the shroud is, the sooner the dead will reach heaven. Another reason is that the Bo clan wanted to protect the bodies of their loved ones from wild animals.